Okay, these are Long Island cheese, pumpkin, and some runner beans. I had planted the seeds in the ground, but I have some backups here, so I'm gonna pull these out and plant them while they're still tiny and therefore can recover faster. We're gonna plant out these pumpkin and beans. These are runner beans. So we're just gonna get on over here and grab one of these little baby pumpkins that's just getting her wings. And I put the soil here. As you guys may have figured out, I don't do very well with digging. So I put that soil there and I'm just planting the pumpkin in the soil I placed. So here it is, and I'm just hilling it up. I ended up putting it in the ground a little bit so that it could need a little less water. But they're all in there now. I plant these in the shady area because these are eastern coast pumpkins, and as you can see, the plants, these are all getting partial shade and the leaves are still getting burnt over here. So they can grow to the sun if they want it, but if they don't like it, then they can grow to the shade. There you can see my seedlings. Those are some of the pumpkin seedlings. Okay, now you can see 3 of them. There's 4 of them. A couple of the runner beans planted near my watermelon. Oh, and I just saw a little bee working on these radish flowers. Let the King of Glory may come in. Who is the King of Glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of Glory. Blessed is he, walking on in the exile. Yes.
What kind of berries are those?
Picking some squash blossoms. I only pick them after they've been fertilized. So you see how this one is closing up? That lets me know it's been used. And you see how these leaves are folding in? That means it's done. Yeah. Yum. Look at the little butterfly. He is so cute. He's just enjoying a beautiful drink of pollen from my bean flowers and thoroughly enjoying his little butterfly life. I have one funny story. My Amish pumpkin was growing towards the light over there, and it hit like 90 degrees, and the pumpkin did a U-turn and started growing towards the shade. So sometimes a pumpkin thinks it knows what it needs, and then it gets what it thinks it needs and decides it was just kidding. Landscape is dotted with these lovely Long Island cheese pumpkin blooms. I think I see a spider reside. Oh no, that's a bee. Yeah, I think that's a little bee. Well, you know, bees are welcome. Have you ever shared a meal with a humble bumblebee? Look at this little bee ensconced in the petals of a pumpkin flower. He looks so tiny, but you can see the joy in every fiber of his or her little being as she laps up the pollen greedily. But she's gonna share it, or he's gonna share it. It's hidden inside of herself, and she's gonna take it to her little bee home and feed her hive. And I'll receive a pumpkin as a blessing. Well, my Long Island cheese pumpkin has done something wonderful. Hidden behind all these female flowers, big fat leaves, it has set a pumpkin. Yep, there's the pumpkin. It's about the size of a tomato, which is great. Let me just, the light is playing tricks. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go underneath the shadow of this pumpkin leaf. No, that's not any better. It's now glowing. Oh well. I don't know what to tell you. I got a pumpkin. There she is. Look at the old pumpkin now. She's sizing up. I'm just over here showing you my pumpkin. It is dangling. This is my pumpkin vine. So if you were looking, this is what you would see. You would just see big old monster pumpkin leaves. You see? Huge pumpkin leaves, bigger than heads. But if you lean down, there is a pumpkin growing underneath there. And it's about the size of a small melon. Well, not a small melon, but it's about the size of a honeydew or a cantaloupe now. And it looks like, look, is it sizing up? Yeah, it looks like it's getting lighter. It's going to be an orange melon when it's full grown. So that's fun. That's the only one I found. And there's the old bumblebee working on getting me some more pumpkins. He's showing us his butt. I don't know what that is right next to him in there. It looks like a thripe, and it looks like that thripe's trying to stay away from the bumblebee. Yeah. They're all trying to make their own space in the world. I just love looking at the little insects doing their thing. And the bumblebee is not letting the thripe take over. He let the thripe know you gotta wait. Okay, I am bending down to show you my pumpkin. You see it? It's definitely it's bigger than, I'm sorry, pumpkin leaves are pretty sizable. It's definitely bigger than a melon now. It is, but it's small for a pumpkin. It's still small, but it is starting to get some yellowing on it. So that lets me know that this is about the size it's going to get. Hopefully I will be able to harvest it as it gets lower and lower to the ground. There's more competition for the fruit, but I just wanted to show you. That's my pumpkin. I'm hoping that the pumpkin plant will give me more pumpkin. Let me see, do I have any more? I'm looking for flowers that are female that have a little pumpkin on them. I don't see any now right offhand, but once it's got a good season. I think pumpkins grow all through October and even maybe November, even on, every pumpkin. So we've got a shot. Just wanted to show you that, and that is my late summer garden. That pumpkin. That's Long Island cheese, and to me it's huge. It's not huge by pumpkin standards, but by my standards it's huge. I don't know if it's gonna get orange or not. It turned white. It was green, now it's white, but I'm happy. And the squirrel keeps coming over and thumping it every day. I don't know what he's thumping for. I wonder if he thinks it's a watermelon. But we're both waiting. My second pumpkin. This is, as you can see, it's about the size of my hand here. And it's not as big, but as you can also see, it's still green. So this is about the size of a squash or maybe a big cantaloupe. But I think I see a little yellowing coming on it, so maybe that's as big as this one's gonna get. In any event, 2 pumpkin, that's really successful for me. I planted 4 plants, and so far I've found 2 pumpkins. You know, since the squirrel was eating the baby, you know, when the pumpkins were just like seed pumpkins, like flower seed, he was eating them. And he doesn't like them once they start growing and are a pumpkin. Now he's thumping them, and they're just, you know, they're not soft and tender like they used to be to him. So I got 2 pumpkin, and you know, there's still time. Maybe the Lord will bless me with an overflow in October, huh? Yeah, October, yeah. Oh my goodness, it's the middle of September right now. I don't know when I'll finally get this video compiled and on here, but right now it is the middle of September. I think it's like the 13th. Yeah. So now, how do we know when it's time to harvest? I've been checking. First of all, it's hard. The outside is hard and cured. This pumpkin, I'm gonna eat it, so it really wouldn't matter. But if you want to store them, you see how hard this is? Hard as a rock. And it's got this long thing here. I'm going for it, people. You could use some little tiny nippers, but my pumpkin is at a distance from me. So I'm going in here with these bad boys here and chop it off. The deed is done. Nice clean break there. Kind of prickly. Oh, it's heavy. Wow. And you see it was laying on a bed of leaves, so that saved her from getting bottom damage. Got some ants here. The other sign is, if you're in Southern California, your plant needs to die. See how this plant is dying? It was still feeding this pumpkin, but essentially, there's my harvest. Whoa. Yum, yum, yum. I think this is like at least a 10, maybe 15-pound pumpkin. Gorgeous. Long Island cheese, guys, because it's said to look like a cheese wheel. Yeah, I caught it just in time. They were going for it. But she's mine. I grew her, and she's mine.